Hazel, I thought he did a nice job, and we got a chance to, he won 6 innings. They got a good hitting team over there, and I thought he held them in check pretty good, so that's encouraging. Now really, that's all behind him, building him up. Now he's good to go and treat him like anybody else. But I thought he was solid. I thought he had a good curveball, good changeup. A lot of good things happened for him today. We just couldn't get anything going, against especially Cashner.
Give specifically on Biagini, the third time through the lineup of the Texas Rangers was probably his best. He only allowed 1 hit, struck out 4. The fact that he's so good the third time through, is that perhaps the most encouraging part of his outing today?
Are you one of those big third time through the lineup guys? Is that what they're not allowed to pitch that? I know what you mean. Well, yeah, that's generally when guys start getting through the third time in the lineup, they're starting to build up pitches, but I did think as the game went on, I thought he got stronger at the end. But he's got the stuff to be a good starting pitcher, and that's developing. But good starting pitchers in the big leagues. Heck, they all ought to be able to get to, not every night, but they ought to be able to get there through the 3 times. If they're pretty good. Sorry.
Anything further?
You've played Coughlin in left field now 3 times. What are you seeing from him, and do you think that's going to be something that continues until you get Pierce back?
Well, we're picking our spots, trying to get him some playing time. Cogg's a pretty good little player. We played him primarily at third base early in the season. And that's not what he is. He can play the infield, but he's a natural outfielder. And wanted to give Carrera a day off today, and get Coughlin some at bats. So. Yeah, but he can do some things. He's a pretty good baseball player. He can handle the bat. He's solid in the outfield. He can run a little bit. So, we'll see. You mentioned Pierce. I'm not sure how far off he is, but Coughlin, you can put him some different spots. His strength isn't the infield, but you can put him there if you needed to. And he's definitely a better second baseman than third baseman, but he can play a lot of places.
John, you mentioned that the offense couldn't really get going against Cashner. What did you see from Cashner today?
Well, Cash is he's been one of the most sought-after arms, the last few years in baseball. He had one of the best arms in baseball, but now he's really turned into a pitcher. He used to just be power. Now he's learned to take a little bit off. He really throw anything at any time. He's kind of mastered that. So, really, he's just turned into a pitcher and kept us off balance, So, when he needed it, he reached back for a little bit extra on that fastball when he had to have it. So, yeah, he did a good job. And they got some good arms coming out of that pen, too. So,